ugly. Store trips, colorful money.
Let's bring out the starters for your Chicago Bulls. Starting at power forward at 6'6", number 24, Alize Johnson. Starting at point guard at 6'6", number 2, Lonzo Ball. At the other forward position, at 6'6", number 11, DeMar DeRozan. The man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At guard, 6'6", number 8, Zach LaVine. The head coach of your Chicago Bulls is Billy Donovan. Once again, the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA. A celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Good evening to you, Kevin. Patrick Williams was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Now, scoring came easily for him, but he chose Florida State to learn how to play defense. He said, offense will take care of itself. It takes somebody special to sit down on defense. Stops are what win the game. And Kevin, that two-way game saw him taken 4th in the 2020 draft.
Yeah, I love his game. That was a good report. Thank you. Let's take a look at the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. And for Chicago, in the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. Johnson is out there with Vucevic, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, as the playoffs loom in the distance, for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season, how do they ensure that their success continues in the postseason?
Well, listen, the skeptics will remain, and you've got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You have to be resilient and adaptable, and when that adversity hits, that's when your focus has to rise.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. There's Levine. Excellent D there from George. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. DeRozan with the rebound. Outside, Ball. Passes to Levine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And DeRozan kicks to Johnson. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Knocked loose. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Launches it. Rebound by the Bulls. This time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Now, here is George. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Zubac, a screen on Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. Vucevic with the ball.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a sitter who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
into the paint. The shot from the low post is good. And this game is tied up now.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Leonard gets it to go.
That's great touch from the swingman as Kawhi knows that he can capitalize from that area and he can get there anytime he wants.
Vucevic to the pass to DeRozan. Back to Vucevic. DeRozan against Leonard. Fires at the elbow. The shot's good.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for. And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Jackson against Ball. Dishes it to DeRozan. Vucevic setting the pick for DeRozan. Kicks it out to Johnson. Ball against Jackson. Vucevic trying to get open. Ball with the bucket. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be.
Now, here's Ball. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Ball dishes to DeRozan. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic is screen on Jackson. Here's Ball. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, it's not always just about free throw shooting, but it can be a large factor and disrupt your confidence.
Now DeRozan. Paul George missing from long range. Jackson looking it over. There's the pass to Leonard. Over Levine. And it's Leonard with a sensational play. Leonard's got 6 points.
Well, the mindset from Kawhi Leonard right there is just making him a monster. On the inside, goes at the defense, full head on.
That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
5 to shoot. There's Levine. It's hauled in by Zubats.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And George kicks to Leonard. Vucevic with the block. Levine with it. Leonard picks him up. DeRozan against George. Takes a shot at the elbow. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Jackson against Ball, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
It's time for T-shirts. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lovables. who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Lovable.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group.
All right, fans.
Tony Bradley's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Johnson. Kobe White, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ball. On defense, the Bulls trailing by 2. Here's man, guarded by Levine. Bledsoe, a screen on Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's White. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And love the commitment from White. He took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Up top, Bledsoe. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Williams against Batum. Shoots over Bradley. A shot by Batum, no good. Bulls have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Caruso. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Taken away by Williams. Here's Caruso, guarded by Bledsoe. Bean passes to Caruso. Bradley with the ball. He kicks to White. Clock at 6. Here's Caruso. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Clippers ball.
Here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been in a groove from the free throw line since the All-Star break. The Clippers, number 1.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Ibaka. From outside, off the mark. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Inside. Kick out to Levine.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play here in the first. It's deflected. Now here's Batum. Defense right on him. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drills the three-pointer.
Coach is wanting Luke Kennard to get aggressive with his shots. That's a nice catch and shoot.
And Nick Batum, he can kind of give you a bit of everything on the wing. A true jack of all trades.
It's interesting, GA, because that versatility is what got him a long-term contract to play in Charlotte for a number of years. And now coming full circle, he's back to that versatile play around other guys who are star players. That's what makes him so valuable to any club he plays with now.
Here is Ibaka after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Ibaka finds Bledsoe with the drive. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Well, this will always be a part of Serge's game. Rim protection on the inside. That's nasty.
Man can hit. Chicago trailing here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. There's Levine. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Bledsoe against Bradley. Pass to man. over Levine. And the Clippers miss again. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And Chicago shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Johnson is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Williams. Then it's White, and it's Ball in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Clippers in the lead. Now Kennard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Zubac with the screen for Kennard. His first shot coming late. He can't hit that time. And it's Chicago the other way. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Here's George. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, it was weird because it looked like the defense was ready for the move, but Paul George had a little something extra for him.
Ball dishes to White. Into the lane. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Zubac finds Jackson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac, a screen on Johnson. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, despite that possession, something that I've liked is they've been under control while getting out in this league. They've kept those turnovers down.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Bulls. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And here is Ball. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Leonard against DeRozan. Over Leonard. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers leading by 3. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Brent, the wrinkle added to the playoff format for 2021, the play-in tournament really became a hot button issue last season.
Yeah, it felt like you either were going to love it or you weren't going to like it at all. And I think a lot of people really enjoyed the fact that the last month of the season provided games that had something at stake. And that positioning to get into the 10th slot with an opportunity to get into the playoffs drew the attention of NBA fans and players to keep competing until the very end of the season to take that shot at getting into the postseason. So I really like it.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
DeRozan scanning the floor. Back to White. And White with the stuff.
And we witnessed DeRozan improve big time as a playmaker. His court awareness is really at an elite level.
Now, here's Zubac. No points in the game yet for him. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Vucevic.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically. Like the aggressiveness there.
Leonard on the wing. Shoots over White. Leonard, no luck. Bulls trail by 3. Ball with it. Kicks it to DeRozan. Now the dish to Vucevic. Vucevic a screen on George. Ball, the pass to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket. Second shot opportunity. Here's Vucevic. Not going to go that time. Clippers leading by 3. Down low. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Leonard. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. It's a great pass.
And White kicks to DeRozan. Back to White. Stolen by Jackson. And there's the feed to George. Finished off the break. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's loudest. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Lovable. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lovable.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Number 1, Ivica Zubac.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Bulls. 7-point differential. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Vucevic. He dishes it to Ball. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac. Pass to George. Zubac with the screen for George. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Bradley's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Bulls trailed by 7. Now we know Zubac can eat up space inside, Brent. Great job of securing rebounds.
Yeah, obviously, if he was playing starter minutes or anywhere approaching 30 minutes, Zubac is going to be in double figures, ripping down both offensive and defensive things on the glass. What's impressed me about him, though, is he's got great hands on the inside and has now become a very viable roll target.
And here is ball after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Back to ball to halt the run, and the Bulls with another miss.
His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
George against White, and it's Bradley with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Poked away, stolen by George. There's the drive. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
DeRozan against Leonard. Lets it go from 11. DeRozan's shot is off. Feeds it to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Ibaka with a screen on DeRozan. To the inside, and he dunks it down.
Marcus Morris
Just
Sr.
aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Now, here's ball. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And, Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
ladies and gentlemen, the lovable.
Chicago making some changes. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Johnson. Zach LaVine comes in for Kobe White. And it's Alex Caruso in for Ball. And then for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Mann comes in for George. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Jackson. Right wing, Caruso, the pass to DeRozan. Bulls moving the ball around. Bradley sets the pick for Williams. Shot clock at 3. Can they get it? Offensive rebound, Bradley. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Bradley. And the rejection by Ibaka. Batum passes to Mann. Bledsoe a screen on LaVine. It's Bledsoe on the wing. Over LaVine. No good from Bledsoe. And Caruso's got the ball here for Chicago. They trail by 16. A 3-ball. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Leonard looking to score. It's going to make defenders nervous, and that's why he got the foul that time.
It's his first trip to the line.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
I can't imagine the fans have ever rattled Kawhi Leonard when he's at the free throw line. Heck, when he's on the court at any point, it's impossible to make that guy crack.
Kennard, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. He hits both from the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable Ladies and gentlemen, the lovable.
Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. 4th, Lonzo Ball. And, of course, Kawhi Leonard.
When you've got those 2 guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
Bulls trail by 18. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Here's Levine after the basket by Los Angeles. From the top of the key, DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Leonard kicks to Bledsoe. 1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over Batum. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Batum with the ball. Now defended by Levine.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And it's the Bulls with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the team.
Vucevic checked in for Bradley. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Driving inside.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Kennard kicks to Ibaka. Bledsoe outside. He gets that one.
Eric Bledsoe.
Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The main piece of the Jimmy Butler Minnesota trade in 2017, Zach LaVine stepped into a bigger role with the Bulls, averaging over 25 points per game during his 3rd season in the Windy City.
And the first one drops. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so LaVine nails both of them. Now here's Bledsoe. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, Shaq, we need you to provide sound effects. They took the reins in the first half, galloping ahead. Now, soaring like an eagle.
That's not an eagle. That's a pterodactyl.
They hope they don't lay an egg.
I literally cannot believe we just did that.
Don't be jealous, Kenny.
Can you give me that egg sound effect again?
Oh.
And now turning our attention to this game, we have seen a very confident performance for the Clippers.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. Basket good.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league.
And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
A three from Leonard. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got 15 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Levine. 7 points in the game. Misses from short range. Jackson against Ball. Back to Leonard. Shoots over DeRozan. And it's Leonard missing. Bulls trail by 16. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And the rejection by Zubac. Ball against Jackson. To the middle. No good from Zubac. For Chicago, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Ball against Jackson. Vucevic a screen on Jackson. And the rejection by Zubac.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Vucevic a screen on George. Levine with it. George picks him up. Levine can't hit.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Jackson against Ball. Back to Levine. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. Here's Jackson. Stolen by Ball. Dishes it to DeRozan. Outside, Levine. Vucevic a screen on George. Clock at 4. And the shot goes in. Levine's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's exceptional body control from Levine, contorting himself nicely for the contact and finish.
Now, here's Zubac. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Ball dishes to Levine. To the paint. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Chicago making some changes. Bradley comes in for Vucevic. And it's Kobe White in for Zach LaVine. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Ibaka's checked in. Clippers leading by 14. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Get up and get loud for the Luka Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, the Luka Bulls.
stats for DeMar DeRozan. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. The pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. Good as the jump shot falls. George has got 13.
Yeah, Paul George, too nice from that distance. Just gets up there with confidence and knocks that one down.
Johnson with a screen on Leonard. Here's DeRozan. The shot will not fall. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard against White. Right side Leonard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 17.
Kawhi Leonard's game is just so special. He's so talented at getting to his spots, doing it with patience and poise, and capitalizing.
Now, here's ball. Outside DeRozan. White setting the pick for DeRozan. To the inside. And Bradley gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Leonard against DeRozan. Pass to Ibaka. George with the screen on ball. Ibaka, another one falls for the Clippers.
Well, if you give up that mid-range jumper, Ibaka has the confidence to take it and make it.
Johnson sets the screen for DeRozan with the drive, and the shot goes down.
And that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Lets it go from 14. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Chicago calls timeout.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring. And if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Luka Bulls. Look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Luka Bulls.
Williams is checked in for the Bulls. Alex Caruso comes in for Lonzo Ball. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Mann comes in for Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Bradley finds Johnson. Caruso looking for an opening. Williams with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Bradley up top. Off the left rim and out. Los Angeles leading by 18. Here's Bledsoe. He feeds it to Ibaka. Here's Kennard. Ibaka with a screen on Johnson. A crossover, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's his first.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the Bulls making a change here. Vucevic is checked in.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Now here's Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the layup is good.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
And Bledsoe, here we go. From the line, and it comes off the front of the rim. Bulls trailed by 19. There's an element to Nikola Vucevic's game that fits well with most of the league's modern offensive scheme.
And with his inside-out game, he's a guy that can stretch the floor. And Kevin, when you look at today's NBA, nothing is more important than spacing and passing. And when Vucevic is on the court, you can be sure the spacing will be excellent.
It's Bledsoe on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
6 to shoot. White against Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. 19-point game. Caruso, the pass to Vucevic. A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. And Batum kicks to Bledsoe. Shoots over White. Misses off the right iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Passes it to Vucevic. White against Kennard. The rebound by Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Johnson kicks to Caruso. Here he goes. Here's Vucevic. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Batum dishes to Bledsoe. Pass to Mann. Ibaka with a screen on Williams. Here's Mann. The feed now to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Bledsoe for 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Kept alive. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
That long reach from Serge Ibaka, that can really bother defenders. He uses those tools so well to be a pest.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
You gotta make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right? If they're gonna try to help and tag, you gotta make the right play, finish, or make the right pass, all right?
Well, you know what, Greg? You gotta like what Coach Ty Lue is saying, telling his guys to take what they see.
I mean, keep it simple. Don't rush it. Let's just stay focused. Really good advice.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. White and Levine on the wings. Vucevic is out there with Williams, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
It's okay to be a kleptomaniac during a basketball game. Look at those steals totals. A lot of effort on D from them tonight.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Brent is someone with on-court and front office experience. Just how valuable is a good relationship, you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
Here's Ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. And the pass to Levine. Vucevic setting the pick for Levine. The kick out to Ball. Over Bledsoe. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. Bledsoe finds George. Zubac a screen on Levine. George passes to Zubac. Ball against Bledsoe. Shoots over Ball.
Lonzo is a point guard, but at 6'6", losing that wingspan.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Bulls. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's DeRozan. The shot, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson against Ball. Outside Jackson. Shoots over Ball. Jackson misses. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Kick out to Levine. Leonard against White. Pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. You know, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap and a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
Now Leonard. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Chicago called for the foul.
Second team. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Kawhi Leonard, 2 shots.
Two shot.
The first one falls, so Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Clippers also changing it up. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Johnson comes in for George. And it's Justin Winslow in for Jackson. Leonard hits them both. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I'm going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
And sometimes it just feels like Leonard enjoys converting on the difficult shots. It feels like backbreakers to the opponents.
Thomas kicks to Brown. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate, Tim Duncan, get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim, and the reverence, the respect that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
Here's Jones. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas.
Nice activity from Winslow there on the defensive end. He was right up in the grill piece.
And that's a foul, and it's called on Troy Brown. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Right side, Leonard. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Johnson dishes to Winslow. Over Thomas. Winslow's shot is off. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Green finds Brown. Brown with a screen on Winslow to end the run. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Now Johnson. Down low. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And the Bulls making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Bulls. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. On the wing, Brown. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Winslow's shot is off.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Caruso, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. They get it back. Winslow, the pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. Johnson down low. He's guarded by Thomas. A shot by Johnson, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Caruso, the pass to Bradley. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Winslow kicks to Leonard. And Greg, you were a hard-nosed defender. Would you be frustrated by what they're calling a foul today?
You know, I would based on how I played, but if you grew up in this era, this is just the way the game is, and you have to adapt and adjust, and that's what you're seeing with the players. Guys can defend it every bit as good as they ever have. In fact, I would argue they're better defensively today because they're not allowed to grab and hold. So the league is focused on offense. The fans seem to love it. But at the end of the day, you still got to get after it defensively.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Bledsoe. Leonard attacking. Excellent D there from Williams. Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Levine passes to Caruso. Poke loose. And here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Levine. Takes it inside. Leonard, no luck. Bulls shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Caruso.
2 minutes.
Guarded by Bledsoe. Caruso, the pass to Levine. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you got to run Levine off that line. He's a legitimate threat to do damage from deep.
Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Drives to the hoop. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Leonard. Inside. Here's Bradley. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Here's Bledsoe after the made shot from Zach LaVine. They need this one. And the layup good by Leonard.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Bradley is screen on Kennard. LaVine. The kick out to Williams. Bradley sets the pick for Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Even says Zubac. That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Patrick Williams. Taking two shots.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bledsoe looking it over. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.